Summer heat pressed down on Everbrook, Vermont, where Alex Foster methodically stocked shelves at his family's general store. At 23, he felt trapped in this town of 2,000 souls, his dreams of art school buried under the responsibility of helping his widowed mother run the business. Everything changed when the bell above the door chimed, and she walked in. She moved like flowing mercury, her platinum hair catching the afternoon light in impossible ways. Her dress seemed woven from opal and moonlight, shifting colors with each step. But it was her eyes that stopped his heart, electric blue with silver flecks that seemed to dance like stars. "Hello, Alex Foster," she said, her voice carrying harmonics that made the glass jars vibrate. "I'm Nova, and I've traveled very far to find you." His hands froze on the can he was shelving. "How do you know my name?" Nova smiled, and the air itself seemed to shimmer. "I know many things about you. Your genetic pattern sings across the cosmos in a very interesting way." From the back room, his phone buzzed with a text from Rachel, his girlfriend of 2 years. But Alex couldn't look away from Nova as she glided closer, trailing a scent like starlight and summer rain. "What are you?" he whispered. "A seeker," she replied, reaching out to touch his cheek with fingers that felt like silk and electricity combined. "And you, Alex Foster, are exactly what I've been seeking." Over the next week, Nova appeared everywhere in Alex's life. In the store's back room while he did inventory, beside his easel where he secretly painted at night, and once in his bedroom as moonlight streamed through the window. Her visits grew increasingly intimate. She would tell him about her world, Astria, where cities floated on clouds and music took physical form. Her descriptions came with casual touches that left his skin tingling with otherworldly energy. "Your species has such raw potential," she said one night as they sat on the store's roof under a meteor shower that seemed to dance at her command. "My people have grown too perfect, too sterile. We need vitality." Her hand found his, sending waves of alien sensation through his body. Alex tried to think of Rachel, reliable, loving Rachel who wanted to open a bakery next door. But Rachel's warm brown eyes seemed dull compared to Nova's stellar gaze. "What do you want from me?" he asked, watching starlight play across her ethereal features. Nova moved closer, her dress becoming almost transparent. "To create something extraordinary. Your genetics contain patterns we've never seen before. Combined with mine." She straddled his lap, her body radiating cosmic energy. "Let me show you what it means to touch the stars." Her kiss tasted like lightning and eternity. Alex's phone buzzed unheeded in his pocket. Rachel's message about wedding venues went unread. The night it happened, the northern lights appeared over Vermont for the first time in decades. Nova materialized in the store after closing, her body glowing with stellar energy. Her dress had become pure light, constellations moving across her skin. "Tonight," she whispered, "we create something the universe has never seen." Their union transcended physical reality. As they came together among the store shelves, Alex experienced visions of distant galaxies, tasted starlight, and felt his consciousness expand beyond human limits. Products floated off shelves, orbiting them like satellites as reality bent around their passion. Afterward, Nova's belly pulsed with a soft blue light. "It's done," she said, tracing luminous patterns on his chest. "Our child will bridge worlds." Reality crashed back like a tidal wave. "Child? Already? But how?" "My biology operates differently," she smiled. "The embryo exists in multiple dimensions. It will develop in ways your science cannot comprehend." Through the store window, Alex saw Rachel walking toward the entrance, a ring box clutched in her hand. His heart stopped as Nova's belly continued to pulse with otherworldly light. "What happens now?" he asked, watching his mundane life about to collide with cosmic consequences. Nova's smile held secrets of infinite worlds. "Now, everything changes." Strange phenomena began plaguing Everbrook. The general store's products started rearranging themselves at night, forming patterns that looked like star charts. Customers reported seeing their reflections move independently in the store's windows, and the coffee machines started dispensing drinks that tasted like liquid starlight. Alex noticed changes in himself too. He could sometimes hear thoughts drifting from passing customers, and his paintings began showing scenes from other worlds. Colors he'd never seen before appeared on his canvas, and his art seemed to move when no one was looking directly at it. Rachel confronted him between the cereal aisle and canned goods. "You're different," she said, reaching for his hand but pulling back when sparks literally flew between their fingers. She held up the ring box. "I was going to surprise you, but..." Before she could finish, Nova appeared beside them, her pregnant belly now visibly glowing through her ethereal dress. Rachel gasped but didn't run. "He's evolving," Nova explained, her voice making the shelves vibrate. "The child changes everything it touches. And you," she studied Rachel with ancient eyes, "you're already part of the pattern." Rachel's eyes began to glow faintly blue, reflecting universes she shouldn't be able to see. In the distance, black SUVs with government plates entered Everbrook. Military vehicles surrounded the general store. Nova, Alex, and Rachel hovered in a bubble of distorted spacetime where the laws of physics seemed optional. "The child is breaking down dimensional barriers," Nova explained, her belly now a swirling vortex of cosmic energy. "It exists in all possible timelines simultaneously." Scientists in protective gear approached with equipment that transformed into flowering vines of light at their touch. Through cracks in reality, Alex glimpsed other versions of Everbrook. One where buildings floated like clouds, another where humans had evolved alongside cosmic beings. Rachel's transformation accelerated. "I see everything," she whispered, her body becoming translucent. "All our possible lives together." The military opened fire, but their bullets turned to seeds that sprouted into crystalline trees. Above them, the sky split open like a cosmic egg, revealing something vast and incomprehensible beyond. The general store became ground zero for a cosmic transformation. Products floated in complex patterns, each item existing in multiple states simultaneously. Alex's mother watched her life's work become a nexus of impossible events as shelves rearranged themselves into fractal patterns. "The child is creating its own space," Nova explained, her form flickering between matter and energy. "A realm where all possibilities can coexist." Rachel's body now refracted timelines instead of light. "I remember our wedding in 5 different realities," she whispered. "I see our children, both yours and mine, Alex. All possible futures merging." Military containment protocols crumbled as reality itself began to fold. Soldiers experienced multiple versions of their lives simultaneously. Scientists' minds expanded beyond human limits as their instruments recorded the birth of new physical laws. Through tears and spacetime, Alex glimpsed fragments of Nova's dying world, understanding finally why she had chosen him. Above them, the universe held its breath, waiting to see what would emerge from this convergence of worlds. The military surrounded Everbrook with a quantum containment field, but it was too late. Reality had become fluid, each moment branching into infinite possibilities. Through the cosmic rift, Alex saw multiple timelines colliding. In one, he married Rachel and ran the store, their children glowing faintly in the dark. In another, he explored galaxies with Nova, their hybrid child teaching alien civilizations about Earth's art. In a third, all 3 of them transcended human form entirely. "The child will be born across all realities simultaneously," Nova announced, her form pure energy. "But you must choose your anchor point, Alex. Which timeline becomes your prime reality?" "I can't choose," he whispered, experiencing lifetimes in seconds. His paintings hung in galleries across dimensions, each showing a different version of love. Rachel reached for his hand, her touch sending cascades of shared memories, both lived and unlived. "Maybe we don't have to choose. The child is teaching us how to exist in multiple states." Nova smiled, her belly pulsing with probability waves. "She understands faster than expected." The containment field shattered as the child's power reached critical mass. The child emerged into multiple realities simultaneously, its first cry resonating across dimensions. Each version created ripples that transformed everything they touched. The general store became a quantum nexus. Groceries evolved into seeds of new universes. The cash register calculated probability instead of prices. Through every window, a different version of reality played out. Alex experienced all possibilities at once. He saw himself growing old with Rachel in a house where physics bent to imagination. He watched himself exploring cosmic wonders with Nova. He witnessed futures where the three of them created something entirely new. The barriers are dissolving completely, Nova announced across all timelines. We must stabilize the convergence. Rachel, now glowing with accumulated quantum energy, said, "We're meant to be anchors. All of us." The military's weapons transformed into tools of creation. Scientists recorded data that would revolutionize human understanding of reality, if they could translate it back into linear time. The child's consciousness touched everything within reach, rewriting the rules of existence with each quantum breath. The birth created shockwaves across dimensions. Each reality offered a different version of what happened in Everbrook that day. In one timeline, Nova's child appeared as a being of pure light, teaching humans to paint with stellar energy. In another, it manifested as twins, one with Rachel's warm eyes, one with Nova's cosmic gaze. In yet another, it existed as a sentient aurora that danced above the town, connecting minds across galaxies. "The convergence is stabilizing," Nova said, her form shifting between states. "But not as I expected." Rachel, now as ethereal as Nova, smiled. The child chose all possibilities. Alex felt himself stretching across realities, his consciousness expanding to encompass every version of love he'd created. His art began appearing in dreams across dimensions, showing viewers glimpses of what was happening in Everbrook. The military's containment protocols evolved into a research initiative as reality rewrote itself around them. Everbrook exists now as a quantum sanctuary. The general store operates across multiple dimensions, in one reality a simple shop, in another a gateway between worlds, in others a school where the child teaches cosmic art to humans seeking to understand the infinite. Three beings move through these layered realities. Alex, whose paintings now create windows between worlds. Rachel, who learned to weave quantum possibilities like bread dough. And Nova, who found that saving her species meant embracing chaos rather than perfection. The child appears differently to each observer, sometimes a young artist with starlight in their brush strokes, sometimes twins speaking in cosmic harmonies, sometimes a living aurora teaching humanity to dance between dimensions. The military maintains a research base disguised as a warehouse, studying phenomena they can't explain. Scientists who visit Everbrook leave with theories that revolutionize physics, though their equations tend to turn into living art when no one's watching. On certain nights, when probability waves align just right, visitors can see all versions of the town at once, a layer upon layer of possibility made manifest. Through every iteration, three guardians watch over their impossible child as it paints new realities into existence. The store's front window still displays Alex's artwork. Each painting shows a different version of their story, and customers swear the images move when they're not looking directly at them. Some say if you stare long enough, you'll see yourself in another life, loved in ways you never imagined possible.